Good morning, viewers. You're watching Republic TV and my name is Priyanka Das. Welcome to today's quick segment, Quick Morning, where we delve into the latest news and updates from around the country and across the world. To set the tone for your day, tracking from Vinesh Phogat's verdict to the cold-blooded murder of a family in Bihar's Begusarai, stay tuned as Republic TV brings you the ground realities of these developments. But that's not all. We'll also be bringing you the latest updates from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed lineup for this morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here on Republic. As always with the nation first, this quick morning. The Court of Arbitration for Sport has postponed its decision on Indian wrestler Vinesh Phogat's appeal regarding her disqualification from the women's 50 kg freestyle final at the Paris Olympics. The ad hoc division of CAS has extended the deadline for the ruling until today. The ace wrestler Phogat was disqualified for being 100 grams overweight during the weigh-in. Meanwhile, the much-anticipated verdict on her appeal, which was originally scheduled to be announced yesterday evening, has now been postponed. This delay has added to the uncertainty surrounding Phogat's Olympic campaign, with many awaiting the final outcome.
हमने 3 दिन इंतजार करते हैं, चाहे 6 बजे कल आए या परसों आए, चाहे 15 दिन ले जाए, हमें जो है वो खुशी का जो दिल मिलना चाहिए, जो 140 करोड़ भारतवासियों का जो है जो सिल्वर मेडल के लिए जो कर रहे हैं, हमें कभी आए, हम जो खुश हैं.
Union Minister for Agriculture Shivraj Singh Chauhan announced that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to unveil 109 new varieties of seeds developed by the Indian Council of Agricultural Research today. The 109 seed varieties are tailored for various climatic zones and include a diverse range of crops. Chauhan stated further that among these, scientists have developed a new variety of paddy that yields higher production while using 20% less water. Efforts have also been made to mitigate pest infestations, aiming to translate scientific advancements from the lab directly to the land. The minister also reiterated the government's commitment to supporting farmers through increased production, reduced input costs, and a fair pricing, affirming that agriculture remains a top priority for the Prime Minister. The Bihar Pradesh Congress Committee has announced a statewide agitation beginning tomorrow. In response to the centre's denial of special category status for Bihar, this decision has sparked a strong reaction from the state's Congress leadership. In addition, Akhilesh Prasad Singh, the Bihar Congress chief, condemned the centre's decision as gross injustice and vowed that the party would not tolerate what they describe as a stepmotherly treatment. The agitation will feature protests including dharnas outside block and district magistrate offices on August 13th and 14th. 2 soldiers were martyred and 3 others injured in a gunfight with terrorists in the Anantnag district of Jammu and Kashmir. The clash occurred in the Alan Gagar Mandu forest area located in the Kokernag region of South Kashmir. The confrontation began during a search operation launched after intelligence reports indicated the presence of terrorists in the remote forest areas. As the search parties approached, the terrorists opened indiscriminate fire, leading to an intense exchange of gunfire. Moreover, 5 army personnel were initially injured in the attack. The security forces continue to engage with the terrorists, and efforts are underway to secure the area and prevent further escalation. Director General of Police GP Singh announced that the Assam police are on high alert along the India-Bangladesh border to prevent illegal entry into the state in response to the unrest in Bangladesh. Singh stated that the central government issued a directive prohibiting entry from Bangladesh, with the border security force serving as the first line of defense and Assam police acting as a second line. He emphasized that the BSF and Assam police are coordinating closely to monitor and secure the border area. However, Singh clarified that Indian passport holders, including students and traders, will be allowed entry, but only if their documents pass verification. In the latest development of the rape and murder case in Kolkata, the Indian Medical Association has issued a 48-hour ultimatum to authorities, demanding a swift and thorough investigation into the crime. The body of the postgraduate training doctor at the RG Kar Medical College and Hospital in Kolkata was discovered on Friday in the seminar hall of the government-run hospital. The IMA has condemned the incident as a reflection of the severe administrative and security failures. Meanwhile, the association has called for a transparent investigation and urged immediate measures to enhance safety for medical professionals, particularly women. The police have arrested one individual in connection with the case. The suspect, described as an outsider with access to various hospital departments, is currently in custody. Moreover, a preliminary autopsy report confirmed that the victim had been sexually assaulted prior to her death. The case has sparked significant political reactions, with the BJP calling for a Central Bureau of Investigation probe. Further, the Union Minister of State and BJP State President Sukanta Majumdar criticized the police investigation, suggesting that the arrest of a single suspect might be a superficial response. In a horrifying incident in Bihar's Begusarai, 4 members of a family were brutally murdered while they were asleep. The victims include a husband, wife and their daughter, all of whom were found with their necks slit by sharp weapons. Their son, who was also attacked, has been in critical condition and has been admitted to the Public Health Center for emergency treatment. His condition remains serious. However, according to reports, the assailants entered the Mahato family's home while they were sleeping and carried out the violent attack. Meanwhile, the Bachwara police have been notified and are currently investigating the gruesome crime. Moreover, primary investigation suggested that the attack might have been motivated by personal enmity. It has also been reported that the assailants poured acid on the victims' bodies after the murders. Viewers, tracking the top business stories for the day, we bring you the latest updates on the India's economic landscape. From Disney's announcement on the $5 billion investment in the UK and continental Europe, stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping the business world today. Disney has announced a $5 billion investment in the UK and continental Europe over the next 5 years to boost its production of blockbuster films and television shows. The investment will see approximately $1 billion allocated annually across various segments, including films, Disney+, National Geographic, and other TV productions. John Kirpin, Disney's president for Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, emphasized that this move builds on recent successes like Inside Out 2 and Deadpool and Wolverine. This announcement comes amid Disney's forecast of a potential slowdown in its theme park business, which impacted its shares. Disney's investment reflects its strong momentum in the film industry, despite the recent challenges faced by competitors like Warner Bros. Discovery, which reported a significant drop in shares and a $10 billion net loss. Foxconn has added 50,000 workers to its Zhengzhou factory in China, known as the iPhone City, in preparation for the iPhone 16 launch. This recruitment drive is a part of the broader strategy to ensure the timely release of the new iPhone models scheduled for mid-September. The factory, which handles about 80% of the global iPhone production, has also increased the wages and bonus to attract employees. Production of the iPhone 16 began in June and ramped up significantly in July. With Apple planning to produce 90 million units this year, the new iPhone 16 series, featuring advanced AI capabilities and exclusive to this model, include 4 versions: iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Plus, iPhone 16 Pro, and iPhone 16 Pro Max, all boasting larger displays, faster processors, and enhanced cameras. The Reserve Bank of India has announced that trading of the sovereign green bonds will commence at the International Financial Services Centre in Gujarat in the latter half of the fiscal year. RBI Governor Shaktikant Das anticipates that this initiative will be operational soon. The move follows the RBI's April plan to issue a green bond framework for GIFT City. Since the launch of green bond issuance in 2022-23, the government has raised Rs 36,000 crore, but only Rs 1,697 crore has been collected this fiscal year out of the Rs 12,000 crore target, due to a less favorable bid. Das also highlighted the upcoming development of a climate taxonomy, which aims to enhance funding for green projects and support India's climate goals. The National Company Law Tribunal, or the NCLAT, has ordered insolvency proceedings against Coffee Day Enterprises Limited, the parent company of the Cafe Coffee Day chain. On August 8, the Bengaluru bench of NCLAT accepted a petition from IDBI Trusteeship Services Limited, citing a default of Rs 228.45 crore by CDEL. The company failed to make payments on redeemable non-convertible debentures, or the NCDs, issued to IDBI TSL. An interim resolution professional has been appointed to oversee the CDEL's operations. CDEL, which has struggled financially since the death of its founder V. Siddharth in 2019, contested the proceedings, but the NCLAT confirmed the debt and default, rejecting CDEL's arguments. This insolvency move follows a similar action against Coffee Day Global Limited earlier this year. Moving on to our international segment, where we're tracking the ground pulse of some of the biggest global headlines. Today we delve into significant developments from around the world, where leaders from around the world condemn the Israeli strike on school in Gaza to protest in Bangladesh. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape. France's Foreign Minister Stéphane Séjourné strongly condemned the Israeli strike on a school in Gaza that resulted in multiple deaths and injuries. Meanwhile, the Ministry for Europe and Foreign Affairs expressed grave concern, stating that school buildings have been repeatedly targeted over recent weeks, leading to an unacceptable number of civilian casualties. Moreover, the French minister emphasized the need for Israel to adhere to international humanitarian law, stressing that such attacks on civilian infrastructure are intolerable. The French government statement, as per reports, reflects the growing international criticism of the ongoing violence, as it spoke about the urgent need for compliance with humanitarian standards to protect the innocent lives in conflict zones. Dozens gathered in Ramallah to protest the Israeli airstrike on a school in Gaza City that killed at least 80 people and injured 47. The demonstration in the occupied West Bank featured Palestinian flags and slogans condemning Israel and the United States. The Israeli military claimed the strike targeted a Hamas command center within the school, a claim Hamas denies. Mustafa Barghouti, head of the Palestinian Initiative Party, criticized the justification for the strike, asserting that killing civilians cannot be justified. The strike on the Tabin school, which served as a shelter for displaced individuals, is one of the deadliest in the ongoing conflict, which resulted in over 39,600 Palestinian deaths, leaving more than 91,000 injured since its escalation in October.
The Israeli government committed today a terrible massacre, killing children and women and civilians in a school that is a shelter for these people who lost their homes that were destroyed by Israel already. The claim of Israel that there were military people there is false. They've lied like that so many times before, and it proves to be lies. But even if there was some military person there, that does not justify killing women and children in this arbitrary manner.
In the midst of political turmoil in Bangladesh, Jamaat-e-Islami leaders visited the Dhakeshwari National Temple in Dhaka alongside Hindu leaders to promote interfaith harmony. Jamaat-e-Islami leader Shafiqur Rahman emphasized that Bangladesh belongs to all its citizens regardless of religion, and everyone has equal rights. He further stressed that there should be no division based on majority or minority status, stating the importance of treating everyone with respect and dignity. Rahman further reaffirmed the party's commitment to ensuring the safety of all citizens, not just the Hindu community, and promised to support that to anyone feeling insecure. He also announced that their contact information would be made public for anyone needing assistance, regardless of religion, caste, or creed. This initiative comes amid the fluid political situation with the fresh protests and the formation of an interim government. Bangladesh's Chief Justice Obaidul Hassan resigned as the interim government led by Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus began its term following a mass uprising. The resignation comes after protests by students in Dhaka. Demanding Hassan's departure, law advisor Asif Nazrul confirmed the receipt of the resignation letter, and it is anticipated that 5 other Supreme Court judges will also resign. The upheaval led to Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina stepping down and fleeing to India on Monday. The unrest, which started with peaceful student protests in June, escalated into violent clashes, resulting in hundreds of deaths. Yunus, who assumed leadership on the 8th of August, has pledged to restore stability and has formed a new cabinet. Thousands gathered across the UK for anti-racist rallies spurred by recent anti-immigrant riots and a fatal knife attack on children. The organisation Stand Up to Racism orchestrated 22 demonstrations in cities including London, Manchester and Birmingham. In London, demonstrators assembled outside Reform UK's office, accusing Nigel Farage of fueling fascist violence. They then marched to Whitehall, rallying in support of the refugees and chanting welcoming slogans for refugees. Around 2,500 people participated in the London March, which featured speeches highlighting the need for a multicultural society and condemning racism and fascism. Members from Stand Up to Racism emphasized the majority of Britons supported inclusivity and reject the violent ideologies.
It seems like Wednesday night and tonight, people have come out and said we're not going to be divided by the far right. We're not going to let them roam the streets, beating up Muslims, attacking mosques, targeting refugees. We think on Wednesday night, 25,000 people marched across the country. Today we're hearing similar reports, Sheffield, Liverpool, Wakefield, all across the country. Here in London, we're at Reform UK's headquarters because we think Nigel Farage is fanning the flames that are giving the far right confidence. The language he uses, the demonisation of migrants and Muslims and refugees, and the crowd here is saying we're not going to stand for it.
Thousands rallied in Belgrade, urging a nationwide ban on lithium mining. The controversy centers around a lush farming valley in western Serbia, which contains one of Europe's largest lithium deposits. This metal, essential for electric car batteries and green energy, has sparked intense debate. The proposed mine has become a significant issue, challenging President Alexander Vucic's administration. While the government views the mine as an economic boost, opponents argued it would cause severe pollution to the Jadar Valley, damaging underground water reserves, farmland and local rivers. The debate highlights a conflict between economic development and environmental preservation. All right, viewers, it's time to dive into the world of our sports with our segment dedicated to the all-action-packed highlights and exciting matchups. Today, we bring you the latest updates from the Paris Olympics. Stay tuned as we unravel the story from the French Cup final and Novak Djokovic's quest for redemption at the French Open. Keep listening to All the Buzz right here on our sports segment. Arnab Bindra, India's first individual Olympic gold medalist, received the prestigious Olympic Order from the International Olympic Committee at the 142nd IOC session held in Paris. This esteemed accolade is the highest honor awarded by the IOC, celebrating individuals who have made significant contributions to the Olympic movement. Bindra's illustrious career began with a historic achievement when he clinched India's first individual Olympic gold medal at the 2008 Beijing Games in the men's 10-meter air rifle event. His contributions extend beyond his athletic accomplishments, which include over 150 individual medals and a World Championship gold in air rifle shooting. In 2018, he was honored with the Blue Cross, the highest award from the International Shooting Sport Federation. Thomas Bach, the current president of the International Olympic Committee, has announced his decision to step down from his role in 2025. Bach, who has led the IOC since 2013, informed the membership that the Olympic movement will be best served by a change in leadership. Bach's 12-year term was set to conclude next year in accordance with the term limits established as part of anti-corruption reforms implemented after the Salt Lake City bidding scandal 25 years ago. Despite speculation that he might remain in office beyond this period, Bach confirmed during a heartfelt speech in Paris that the IOC requires new leadership to navigate an increasingly complex and politically charged global landscape. Ace Indian wrestler Ritika Huda missed the chance to secure a bronze medal in the women's 76 kg freestyle category at the Paris Olympics 2024. USA's Kennedy triumphed over top seed Kyrgyzstani wrestler with a score of 8-6. Huda's hopes of clinching a medal were dashed by the outcome of Blades' bout, as the American wrestler's victory has now determined the first matchups for the podium in the women's 76 kg weight class. Blades' win not only secured her a spot in the final but also closed the door for Huda to compete for the bronze. The Indian wrestler will now have to wait for the final results to see where she stands in the overall rankings. Former football star and manager Andrei Shevchenko celebrated the impressive performance of the Ukrainian team at the 2024 Summer Olympics. With a total of 3 gold medals and 11 overall from a squad of just 140 athletes, Ukraine has once again made a significant impact on the global stage. This achievement is particularly notable given the challenging political climate in the country. The Olympics have provided Ukraine with a valuable platform to showcase their talent and bring attention to their ongoing struggles. The success of the Ukrainian team not only showcases their athletic prowess but also serves as a symbol of resilience and unity for the nation. Tracking the buzz, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. From the closing down of Cartoon Network website to Mexicans marking the International Day of the world's indigenous peoples, this and more as we unravel all the latest updates from the entertainment industry this morning. The iconic Cartoon Network website has officially shut down, redirecting users to Warner Brothers. The site closure sparked concerns among fans, especially following the trending hashtag RIP Cartoon Network on social media. Visitors to cartoonnetwork.com are now greeted with a message directing them to Max, the recently launched streaming platform by Warner Brothers Discovery. The prompt on the new page informs users that Cartoon Network shows can be streamed on Max, although a subscription is required. It also mentions that the shows will continue to be available on television through the Cartoon Network channel and connected apps. This move has led to a wave of complaints from users who were accustomed to accessing content directly from the Cartoon Network website. In response to the backlash, representatives from the channel have issued an official statement addressing the changes. Kerala-born rapper Hanu Mankind is taking the world by storm with his latest release, Big Dogs. The rapper's journey began in Houston, Texas, where he attended the Houston Community College before returning to India in 2012. Hanu Mankind made his debut in 2019 at the NH7 Weekender Festival. His latest track, Big Dogs, released in 2024 and featuring Kalmi, has become a global sensation. The track has achieved remarkable success, surpassing Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us on Spotify's Top 50 global charts and securing a spot at number 57 on the Billboard Hot 100. Disney's D23 convention was a star-studded event, and the entertainment giants were delighted with the new announcements. The event featured sneak peeks, live performances, and surprise appearances from A-list celebrities. The showcase kicked off with Disney CEO Bob Iger receiving a standing ovation from the crowd. Among the highlights was a live performance by Auli Cravalho and Dwayne Johnson, who reprised their roles from Moana for a thrilling preview of Moana 2. Set for release on November 27th. Dwayne Johnson also announced his involvement in a new live-action adaptation of Monster Jam, while Jude Law revealed that Star Wars Skeleton Crew will premiere on December 3rd. The street artist Banksy has revealed his latest piece, showcasing a silhouette of black cat stretching on a billboard in London. This new artwork is part of his latest series of animal-inspired pieces. This black cat artwork marks the sixth installment in Banksy's recent collection. In response to concerns about vandalism, it has been confirmed that the artwork will be taken down by a contractor to ensure it is not left in an unsafe condition. Despite being one of the world's most famous artists, Banksy's identity remains officially unknown. Indigenous communities in Mexico marked the International Day of the world's indigenous peoples with a vibrant and colorful parade along Mexico City. The event highlighted the commitment of these communities to preserving their rich cultural traditions and languages. Participants from various indigenous groups adorned in traditional costumes filled the avenue with music and dance celebrating their heritage. The parade was a vivid representation of Mexico's cultural and linguistic diversity, with the country being home to 68 indigenous languages. These languages are not only vital for communication, but also for maintaining cultural traditions and identities. And that's a wrap for today's segment of Quick Warning. Don't go anywhere, viewers, as we'll be right back tracking the top headlines and biggest stories from across the globe only on Republic TV.